Welcome to Code with Kurt, the channel that brings you the latest Google Sheets and Google Apps Script videos. In today's video, we're going to be talking about searching through all the sheets and getting data to return back. So basically what this does is you put something you want to search for, and it'll go through all these sheets, data 1, data 2, data 3. And I can keep adding sheets too and name them whatever I want. But here it'll search through all these rows, it'll search these rows, different tables, and what it returns back is what it finds. So say it found the word red on row 2 of sheet data 1, row 2 of sheet data 2, row 2 of data 3, and row 6 of data 3. Now I can type in Camry, hit return, and now I found Camry on data 3 and data 3 row 8 and 2, and if I type in black, I'll find all the black. So anywhere it finds the word in a row, it returns the row of the sheet it finds it on. So I'll go through and show you a step-by-step process of how I put this together. If you're new to the channel, subscribe to catch my latest videos. So let's get started putting this together. Here we're on a new sheet here with some data on it, and I got my spreadsheet name called Search All Sheets. I got a sheet name of data 1 with data on it. It's just a table, data, no formulas. And I got a sheet of data 2 with just a table, no formulas here, and data 3, just data here. And for this, you can basically put any kind of table in here, any rows, any structure, length, column, and you can really name any kind of sheet name you want here. So these are just my 3 examples I'm using, but you can use anything you want in this example. But the next thing I want to create is our search sheet here. I'm going to name it search. And in the code, I reference this as search 2. And in here, I'm just going to put some headings here. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to merge these 3 cells together just to give us more to search for here. So then I would type in whatever I want to search for going forward. Next we're going to go to the Google Apps Script of this. I'm going to name this Search All. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to copy in my function, and I'm going to go ahead and explain it to you. So here I have it copied. I'm going to go ahead and save it. I will post this code underneath the video on the first comment, so you can go ahead and copy and paste it yourself. Basically this is a one function here. It's an OnEdit function. If you're not familiar with OnEdit function, you can catch my tag on the top of the video to catch my OnEdit video. But basically what this does is it looks out for any trigger that happens all across your spreadsheets, returns data back of what got changed. It actually gives you the range, the source of where it happened, and then from there you can get the sheet name. You can get down to the column and row from your range of where it happened and the value that it got changed to. So the reason I'm using an OnEdit here is I can go back to my spreadsheet and I'm looking for a change here on B1. So anytime I type something in and hit return, it's going to trigger this whole function to fire off and find those rows and sheets that the data is found on. So, and then what I'm doing is I'm looking for a very specific location of where that trigger happened. So I'm looking for the search sheet, which again I got it named search here. And I'm looking for 2, column 2, row 1, which is right here, B1. So when I find something there, then I'm going to run the rest of this code. So the next thing I'm doing is declaring an array. I am declaring my spreadsheet object as SS, and from there I'm getting all my sheets on the spreadsheet. And it's falling in on sheets array here. From there, I'm going to do a for loop through the sheets. I'm using my length here from the sheets. I'm starting with 0. And my first statement here is when I find search here, which is one of my sheet names, I'm going to continue. I'm not going to want to search my search sheet. So continue means it's going to continue through to the next one on my for loop without hitting any of this code here. So again, the reason I got this is if I get the sheet name search, I don't want to search that sheet name because I want to search the data sheets I have listed. So then the next statement is I get my next name or the first name right here, and from there I'm getting my sheet object from that name passed in here from my array, my get name here. From there I'm getting the data range from that sheet. That means I'm looking for every cell that's populated, the range there. And from there I'm getting the values. And what this name values is an array. So I'm getting, as an example here, I'll go to one of my data sheets. So for this I'm getting the sheets, and when I say get range, it's getting everything that's populated stretched out. So it starts with A1 down to D11, and then from there I'm getting the values, which puts this all into array. And the array starts with 0 here with an array of type, color, height, weight, then 1 with bike, red, 530, and then so on till it gets all the way through the bottom. So I'm getting that array, and then from that array I'm searching through that. So I'm getting the length of that, starting with 0. I'm actually starting with my header record. Now if you don't want to search your header records up here, you can start with 1. All arrays start at 0, but if you want to omit the header, you can start it with number 1 instead of 0. But here I'm including my header records. From there, I am turning my array here. So I'm grabbing the first row of the array, I'm converting all that to a string, and then I'm taking that string and converting it into lowercase. And the reason I'm doing that is so it doesn't have to be case sensitive. So I'm converting all my data to lowercase. That way when I do a comparison, I could type in lowercase, it's going to match it up. It doesn't matter if it's uppercase or lowercase, it's going to make it lowercase. And then from there, I got my lowercase string here, and the next thing I do is I'm converting that back into an array as well. So now I got my search array. So the search array is what I am going to be searching through. So I got my search value, which comes from what I changed it to, whatever I put in here for my search value. Yeah, I'm going to search an index of, and basically the index of it's going to give you the location of where that value is amongst the array. As I'm looking at this, I see the search array. I'm going to turn this into lowercase as well. So then I have a matching lowercase to lowercase. No matter what I type in here, if I type in uppercase or lowercase, it's going to convert this to lowercase. It's going to convert my data into lowercase. That way I don't have to worry about if it's uppercase or lowercase. So it's going to search the index. If it's not equal -1, that means -1 means it could not find anything in my array. So if it's above -1, like 0, 1, 2, 3, I'm going to add it into my array that I have up here, my return array. So then I'm taking my names. I'm not going to take the lowercase array that I did the search from. I'm going to go back to the original array where the values could be uppercase, lowercase, because that's why I want to return back. So I'm grabbing that, and I am adding the sheet name to it. So I'm going to add the sheet name on top of the array for the row I am returning back. So in this example, say I was searching for red, and I will return this row back. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to add the sheet name, data1, to the top of this array. It's going to push everything down to the bottom. And then after that, I'm going to add the row number to it, just so I know the location of where this row came from. So I'm doing an unshift, which adds it to the top of the array. So I'm adding my sheet name right here. and I'm adding my row. And my row is going to be y plus 1 because the array starts at 0, but my first row number is going to be 1. So 0 is actually representing this on a data sheet. So it's adding my row number, and then I am pushing that array to the return array. And here I'm going through one sheet here, and then it goes to the next sheet, does the same process until it gets through all the sheets. So then I got all my rows that were found with the thing I was searching for, with the string I'm searching for or number. And now we're going to return it back. So I'm declaring my sheet, my search sheet. Now I'm going to clear the data out, so I'm doing an A4 to Z, which is starting here and I'm going as far over as I can. You may want to make that bigger depending how big your tables are, but I just took it all the way over to Z. You could take it even further over depending how big your data is. Data structures are on your data sheets. So I'm clearing it, and now I am going through my return array and appending the row to it. So when it says append row, it's going to take the next available open row, which I have 3 here, populate with this header. So it's going to start with 4, 5, 6, and keep populating until it's done. So that completes that function there. So I'm going to save it. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to run it to get through our permissions. We're going to review them. We're going to select our account. We're going to hit advanced. We're going to say it's safe, unsafe, and then we're going to allow it. That starts there. It's going to error out because I can't run these just through this. I did that to get through the permissions. The way you're going to kick this off is you're going to make a change over here, and then it'll run fine because it needs something to pass through on that E value. So if I type in red here, hit enter, it's going to pull in my sheets. So again, your row, your sheet name, and then the data following. So that concludes this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it below the video. Until next time.